Modern Hebrew has 3 words to describe the action of sounds reaching our ears and then reaching our brains, which interpret them. In this video, I'll teach you the 3 basic verbs that Hebrew uses to express listening and hearing and everything in between. Brought to you by Kapara Productions, let's dive straight into it as we always do. Let's start off with the basic verb of hearing, Lishmo'a. A man says shomea, while a woman says shoma'at. Similar to English, we use this verb when we hear something, but not necessarily when we're listening closely to it. Examples: אני שומע את הילדים בחוץ. I hear the children outside. יש לי בעיות שמיעה. I have hearing problems. את שומעת אותי? Do you hear me? Another way of using this verb is when letting someone know about something, or if you want to get someone's attention. Examples: שומע? בא לך להזמין פיצה? Hey, do you want to order a pizza? שומעים? דוד ושרה התארסו. Hey guys, listen up. David and Sarah got engaged. Let's move on to the verb listen. This verb splits in 2. Let's start off with להקשיב. A man says מקשיב, while a woman says מקשיבה. This verb can be translated as listening more closely to something, while working on understanding what is being said. Make sure to always add the preposition le in order to form listen to. Examples: אני מקשיב לסיפור שלו. I'm listening to his story. אתה מקשיב לי בכלל? Are you even listening to me? An additional usage for this verb is to follow someone's orders. For instance, children listening to their parents, or soldiers to their commanders. Examples: אני תמיד מקשיבה לאמא שלי. I always listen to my mom, but could also mean I always do what my mom tells me to do. להקשיב. This is the command used in the IDF when we stand at attention, similar to the American attend hut. Let's move on to the second kind of listening, להאזין. Here, a man says מאזין, and a woman says מאזינה. Notice how the word ozen is hiding in the verb להאזין. Just like with the verb להקשיב, make sure to always add the preposition le in order to form listen to. Examples: סבא שלי מאזין למוזיקה קלאסית כל היום. My grandfather listens to classical music all day. לאילו פודקאסטים את מאזינה? Which podcasts do you listen to? It's very important for me to note that many Israelis don't really differentiate between the verbs להקשיב and להאזין, and they will use the verb להקשיב also when listening to the radio, music, podcast, etc. Example: אני מקשיב לשיר החדש שלהם. I'm listening to their new song. To sum up this part of the tutorial, let's review these 3 sentences. אני שומע את הרדיו. Meaning, I hear the radio in the background, but I'm not actively listening to it. אני מקשיב לרדיו. I'm listening to the radio. אני מאזין לרדיו. Meaning, I'm listening closely to the radio, usually by listening to a talk show, to the news, or a good song you are really enjoying. Next. The verb להאזין has another meaning as well, and it can be used to listen closely when spying after someone, especially by the police or the secret services. Examples: סוכן המוסד האזין לשיחת הטלפון של המרגל. The Mossad agent listened to the call of the spy by tapping his phone. העיתונאי מחביא מכשיר האזנה בחליפה שלו. The journalist is hiding a secret sound recorder in his suit. Okay, so I know I promised you 3 verbs of listening and hearing, but let's end off with the 4th verb of listening closely. להסכית. A man says מסכית, while a woman says מסכיתה. This verb was used back in the good old days, but is not used in modern Hebrew anymore, and I wouldn't suggest you using it, as it would just sound a bit weird. However, the Israeli Academy for Hebrew Language is trying to somewhat revive the word by calling a podcast a hesket, which is how I try calling it myself. So next time you listen to a podcast, make sure to say אני מאזין or מאזינה להסכת חדש. I'm listening to a new podcast. That is all, guys and girls. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, yalla bye.